Roswell Flight Test Crew here today with our good friend and supporter, drone attorney Wendy Kellington. So what have you got on the docket for us today, Wendy?
Well, Patrick, I just wanted to let you know that the FAA has canceled 9157.
Now you're talking about Advisory Circular 9157, which has been in force since 1981. First of all, why don't you remind us what AC 9157 was all about?
AC 9157 was a few paragraphs long that basically was a recommendation from the FAA to modelers about how they ought to conduct themselves. Generally, you should fly 3 miles from an airport. Generally, you should try to stay 400 feet and below. Very simple. Follow common sense safety rules. That's about it.
All right, and so why did the FAA cancel 9157? Sounds like a good set of principles.
Well, good set of principles, but they canceled it in favor of 9157A. And 9157A is 3 pages long as opposed to a couple of paragraphs. In fairness to the FAA, the new 9157A tracks FEMRA, or the FAA Modernization Reform Act of 2012. And in FEMRA, it specifies sort of the same rules of the road that are in 9157A. So for example, instead of flying 3 miles from an airport, now according to the terms of FEMRA and the new 9157A, you must be 5 miles from an airport. It defines what a model aircraft is as being less than 55 pounds, consistent with FEMRA. It talks about, instead of using your good common sense, flying consistently with community-based standards, AMA standards, this sort of thing. It's not so bad, really, but you have to be aware of it because the rules really are very different.
Is there anything else we should know about 9157A?
Well, I think the other takeaway is that the FAA wants operators, even drone operators, to familiarize themselves with NOTAMs that might be in effect in the area. That's not something that we were required to do in the past.
And NOTAMs, those are notices to airmen. How would somebody go about finding out about those?
You find that from your flight service station that governs your area. That's all online. You can call them as well, and they'll tell you.
Are there any particular implications for hobbyists or other drone users, apart from just there's a new set of rules governing their behavior?
Well, I think there is. I think it's a part of the know before you fly, no drone zone. FAA is trying to make it very clear that they have some authority over what modelers do with respect to maintaining the safety of the national airspace system. So whereas before we had 9157, a couple of paragraphs that talked about using your good sense and recommendations, we now know the FAA is serious about making sure that even modelers pay attention to FAA's rules about safety of the national airspace system and that they have authority to punish reckless conduct. So it ups the game a little bit with respect to how FAA is dealing with modelers.
All right, okay. Well, Wendy, thank you so much for taking your time to share your thoughts with us. We really appreciate it.
Anytime, thank you.
You're very welcome. And to all of you out there, thanks for watching and fly safe.